Alright y'all, what is up? It is me, NVJumper, and here, welcome back to Rebels Canyon. We're here with another war recap video. Get right to it. Coming in here, 43 to 16, absolutely just destroy these guys, level 7 clan. Doesn't really give them any extra boost as far as war goes, but still, you know, you think a level 7 clan, a little bit more experience. These guys just, I mean, it wasn't even close. These guys were terrible. So, coming in checking the details. And you can see I didn't quite have all the loot I would have liked to have gotten, but we're actually going to see later on why that happened. So, checking the map. And again, they probably gave up. I'm not sure when. I'll check the events and see when their last attacks were, but they pretty much just gave up. This was over early. It wasn't even close. And their attacks just were not good at all. Just terrible attacks. They're only 3-star there down at the bottom. It looks like they got Chad too and Chrome, but just really nothing even happening. Didn't even attack most of the people. Checking their map, and again, only 2 stars missing. Number 1, no shame in that. It's 10 all 10. And then number 5 gave us some trouble. Really probably shouldn't have. Not that hard of a base, just an unusual base. And we will get farther into why we didn't get a 3-star on number 5 later on. But everything else, all 3-starred. Coming in here, checking the stats. 25 and 3 for our attacks, 9 and 3 for them. So they only won 9 attacks. Only used 12 and only won 9. Just nothing at all working for them. Absolutely terrible. Only 69% destruction on their attacks. We'll check the comeback here in a little bit. Let's check the war events while we're in here, and we'll just look at this left side. And there's the failed attack by me. So it looks like their last attack was 7 hours still left in the war. But then even before that, I mean, we're getting to 10 hours before they really actually were. Here's where they're actually doing something. So about 10 hours left in the war. So about 14 hours in, they pretty much just gave up. You know, and especially this stretch right here with Beaker and Arv and Lieutenant Dan against their top guy. That's probably where they really gave it up. You can see they didn't have any attacks after that happened. They probably said, okay, we're done. And they just stopped trying. All right, checking the teams. So, really good job by us. 99% on number 5 by Flo. Man, that one, that hurt a little bit. That could have been our, 44. Good job by Arv. Good war by him. He actually was able to come in and clean up Beaker's attack on number 3, that 1-star there. It was fairly unusual base, but the bomb placements were very weird, so we needed that cleanup on it. Great job by Jimbo and Jugs. Jugs getting 6 initial stars, so really good job there. He was able to clean up 7 because Beaker usually ends up attacking higher. And then, of course, the 6 stars by Flo, being a bully down there at the bottom, as usual. Defenses. Some good defenses by Tyson, as usual. Tyson, Jugs usually get our defenses. Chad usually gets some. Unusual for him to get 3-star in the first one, other than the fact that it's number 4 coming down to hit him. Arv beating his match there. And then number 1 against me, just getting the 1-star. Just got the Town Hall. Alright, so come in here. And again, just really nothing going on. The number 4, not a bad player. Attacking way down, but 6 stars, respectable there. But pretty much that's the only person that did any kind of good whatsoever, except for their bottom guy here, getting 3 against his match. And it looks like that's the leader's alternate account, judging by the name. So who knows there. All right, and defenses. Really nothing. Look at all these initial 6 or 3 stars down at the bottom. This is just why I was over so early. 3-star after 3-star after 3-star. Everybody handling their match, just getting 3 stars all the way up to number 9. First time initial 3 stars against their match. And then number 8, obviously giving us some trouble there. Not too much other than number 5. Number 5 giving us a lot of trouble. Just really kind of beat us up a little bit. All right, so we're going to start the replays. Let's see what we got going on here. Let me announce YouTube. recording video for Last War. Say hi to YouTube. Alright, so we're going to start the replays, always with the most heroic. Where am I going? And it's a dragon attack by Tyson. A little bit unusual. Brings in 2 lightnings and a rage, but not the quake. So it's not a zap quake. I was a little bit confused by that. I just don't see the value in not either bring the quake or just do the 3 lightnings or bring all rages. Doing this kind of mixed strategy just seems a little bit weird. I'm not exactly sure why he did that. Targets that back one. It does weaken it. And it is the strongest one, so it does weaken the strongest one there. But and it ends up working out. It goes down in basically one shot. I'll zoom in here a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit better. It does basically go down in one shot, but I just don't understand the value of it. I think it would have been better either just taking it out altogether, because it does get off a lot of shots in the dragons. But it ends up working out in the end. This one dragon barely got that out of the air defense, though. If that hadn't gone down, I think he might have been in some trouble, because these other dragons were going on the side. So not entirely sure of the strategy there, but it ended up working out. No major setbacks. Alright, so it's just clean up at this point, so we'll go ahead, speed it up, watch these dragons fly around in super speed mode. Can't talk today. Just watching this clean up, and then they're going to go over here, take out this last building, and it is all over. Let's see what everybody's got to say real quick. Yeah, okay. Let me see when Jimbo's going. Maybe we can get sneak in a live attack. So, that was one replay. Let's start. Oh, let's see if we can get to the current war and watch this live. And we can. Let's watch this live. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so it looks maybe he did a GoWiPe. Yeah, it looks like a GoWiPe. I'm not sure why he didn't bring Hogs. I think we had everything scouted. Can't tell what it looks like heals, that he had 4 heals in there. Not really sure what this was. Not really. He's a brand new 10-09, so he doesn't have a jump spell, obviously. Didn't deal with that dragon. That dragon is just really kicking his ass. He got a star, though. Looks like he's going to get 2, but maybe he'll get 2. We'll see if they can get one more building down. But that dragon, okay, just barely got it. But, man, that dragon was in there doing some work. Didn't deal with the CC. Not really sure what was going on there. Maybe next video we'll come back in there and we'll actually watch that live and see exactly how it started. Weird attack, though. Not sure why I didn't bring Hogs. GoWiPe with a level 8, going up against that. Kind of a little bit iffy. Not Kathy. Let's say the back half. All right, so let's get back in here to this war log, checking out this one. So, tried to catch that live, pretty interesting. Don't get a chance to do that very often. So, we're gonna watch this one by Arv. It's a cleanup attack. It did a couple interesting things here, though. Initially, he's trying to set off some bombs. There was one right there in that double space, just wasn't quite able to get in there and set it off. And then does manage to get those 2 little bombs, but next to the cannon there was another big bomb. Wasn't able to get that. Did draw out these skeletons. He loves to do that. Draws out the CC troops, and I don't remember which side he draws them. Draws them over here to the right side. And if I remember right, this is the missed poison, and this is it. So he drops a poison down here and misses that back wizard. So I like what he does here. Drops his king down, pulls everybody into it, gets him into that poison spell, and allows that poison to work on that wizard. Then drops the rest of his CC troops. getting everything going in here, taking out the rest of the clan castle. I like going from the queen side here, getting that queen drawn out, getting her taken care of. Like the job he did there. And then gets his hogs going in there. I really like that first heal right there. Didn't panic, knew the bomb was going to go off, dropped the heal ahead of the hogs to where the hogs were going to allow them to get all the way healed up. Gets his other heal there. He knows that giant bomb is there in the center. Hogs are just on the edge of the heal. Gets another heal down for him just in case to where they're going. And even though the hogs are spreading out, they're still staying under all the heals, so I really like that as well. So good job on that. Got a little bit lucky down there at the bottom. That giant bomb down there at the bottom, you got set off with a single hog. Didn't lose any hogs to that, so no bacon this time. And probably could have done better with that top heal. Dropped it on the bomb, nothing wrong with that, but such a small group up there. Maybe could have let them become bacon. And then save this heal down here for this large group, but that's just a matter of, you know, whichever one you kind of feel comfortable with. Nothing wrong at all dropping it on that bomb and making sure that those hogs live. There wasn't really any threat to the ones at the bottom either, so just a matter of, you like to drop the heal on the largest group, or do you like to drop it where the bombs are going to be, just in case, because he did save quite a few hogs there. So easy cleanup, speed it up here for this last little bit. So good job of that. Really like the poison at the beginning. Let's see what we got going on over here. All right, now we're going to watch this replay by Beaker. This one was just really odd as far as where the double giant bombs were. We'll watch it kind of quickly because there's nothing really too special about it. Just a simple CC draw. Gets them coming in there. That hog was hoping to get, there's in that left side right here, there's a giant bomb all the way against one wall and then all the way against the other. So I don't think this guy understood how to use double giant bombs. You got to have them right next to each other and it's not going to work. And you got to path the hogs across them, force those hogs to go where you want them to go. So just mass hog, nothing real dangerous. No threat really for the hogs to go up there to that giant bomb now that that one building is taken out. So that was kind of a secondary plan. Does catch one just barely as it's going for that archer tower, but no big deal. Drops the two heals down, overlapping for these other two bombs. Only had one go off there, and it had kind of that mini giant bomb, the 4 small bombs on the right side of that. Not sure why people do that. If you have the other giant bomb available, might as well double those up. I understand it at Town Hall 8 trying to make 2 giant bomb sets, but just kind of a very unusual way of doing it. The other reason, missed it a little bit, but if you go back on the replay, the enemy king, I don't understand his AI in that one at all. It was very, very weird. Started off all the way in that top compartment and just completely decided not to attack the hogs that are out there and came all the way down there to where you can see he's dead right here and attacked some skeletons and the incoming skeletons and witches. So if you go back and rewind the video a little bit and watch that king, very weird AI. I don't understand the AI in these kings. Sometimes it seems like they will not attack anything within their range and they'll just wander off on their own or ignore it. And then sometimes it seems like when they get locked onto something, they'll go way beyond their range and they'll chase your hogs halfway across the base when it's clear that they're outside of their range. So it's something that's kind of irritated us as far as the king's AI. Alright, so I think we had one more attack. It was this one right here with jugs that I wanted to highlight. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't this one. It was not that one. It was actually this with the jumps way up here. There's Lieutenant Dan. The only reason I want to highlight it is I really like his jumps here. Simple GoWiPe. You know, a Town Hall 10 GoWiPe against Town Hall 9. Generally going to get a 3-star. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. Nice wide funnel, getting all the trash buildings out of there, really wide spread on his golems, love that, getting everybody in where he wants them to go. Then right here, drops that jump spell down, and if you look, because right here he left that hole in the wall, that one jump spell gives him access to the entire first half of that base. Because they don't have to bust through any walls, gives them access to the core, and then right there in the corner also gives them access to that air sweeper. Every single compartment in the entire first half of the base, minus this one Tesla that's, you know, just went down. Everything else, everybody had access to. They can get to every single part of this base with the one jump spell. And his jump spells are max, so they last a minute. you know, 60 full seconds, so they last quite a long time, so they can get all the way in there. Does the same thing down here at the bottom, drops in the exact same place, but on the reverse side, covers all of those compartments, so now he has access to the entire back side. And with 2 jump spells, he actually got access to every single compartment in the base, except for the 2 Teslas on the left and right corners, and then that mortar air defense combo that they just took down the air defense on that side, and then also where the Archer Queen is right now. Those are the only 4 compartments in the entire base that he did not have access to with 2 jump spells. So excellent placement of those jump spells. Love the idea behind it, love the planning, love catching how he caught that and said, hey, with these 2 things, I can get so much value out of them. So absolutely loved it. Didn't get nearly as much value out of this bottom jump spell, unfortunately. Got some use out of it, but they didn't take advantage of going over to the other side. Everybody ends up kind of going around and outside and gets distracted, and the jump spell does eventually run out. So gets a couple archers to use it, but the golems, for some reason, they don't use it. They want to go through the wall. Even though I guarantee it's going to take them longer to get through the wall than it would be to walk around. So a little bit weird AI there, but still the idea behind it was solid. So, and nothing he did wrong. It was just troop AI, just some weirdness there. So we'll speed up and clean up. All right, and since I showed it, we'll go ahead and watch that replay by Jugs. I don't remember if there was anything. I had to watch a lot of replays this time. I don't remember if there was anything, any kind of talking points in this one, but we'll watch it just because I brought it up. Simple CC lure, simple CC kill, brings them up here, gets the troops going down, softening up that dragon, letting them get out of the way and die. Simple wizards coming in there. Oh, there was some. I remember this one. Okay, so I do want to highlight it. Now, right about here in the back side, drops those giants down. Not a bad idea. I just think you got a little bit unfortunate with those giant bombs going off. But it's not a bad idea, and it's something that we don't necessarily use a whole lot, but I'd like to see more people try it, is getting giants down. You know, one giant is going to have a whole lot more health than a hog. So if you can capture a lot of defenses, which he only really got 2 there, possibly that 3rd archer defense, but all those defenses in the bottoms could have been a little bit later with it, with those giants. But the idea was to distract the defenses, to let the hogs come in and get through all those defenses without being targeted by those backside defenses. So I understand the concept, just didn't get a whole lot of use out of it. I think the giant bombs really hurt him. Ends up getting the 3-star anyway, even though he loses all of his hogs right here. They just went down there at the bottom. But ends up, had enough cleanup. So I like the concept, but level 5 giants just really aren't very tanky. They're still weak. They get such a huge bonus going to level 6. So level 5, maybe not such a great idea. But level 6, definitely worth it to try and get, you know, drop 1 or 2 giants to distract a whole bunch of defenses. Even if you're doing surgical hogs, you can drop 1 giant and then a bunch of hogs behind the giant. Let the defenses target the giant. The hogs are going to come in there untouched, clean up those defenses. So whether you're doing it as the giant leads the hogs, or if you're doing the giant is trying to distract the backside defenses and let the hogs come through, you know, and kind of outflank those defenses. Either way, good strategy, good idea behind it. Just didn't quite have the execution, and a little bit of bad luck as far as those bombs go. But, however, I mean, worst case scenario, the giant bombs did kill the giants rather than any hogs that he might have had coming through there, either for cleanup or, you know, if he hadn't lost them there in the beginning, or possibly straight outside. So not a bad value for him. Just but I wanted to point out that it is a strategy that I'd like to see kind of some people use a little bit more. All right, so now we're gonna come investigate a horrible fail. It's number 5. This is why we didn't get the 3-star. So trying to GoVaLo here, and looking at the base, I'm going to pause it for just a second. Looking at the base, I figured I don't need a golem. There's not enough defenses targeting my Valks at any one time. I figured with the heal, they would be fine. I drew the CC out because that mistake has been made before where I didn't draw the CC out and it ended up beating up when it's that far embedded. Sometimes the queen, which the archer queen main job is to take out the enemy CC. And when it's that far embedded, sometimes the queen gets distracted with all the outside buildings. I didn't want to have to worry about that. drew the CC out to allow them to come up there into the main engagement, up there in that top portion by the enemy Archer Queen. But I didn't bring a Golem because I didn't think I would need it. There's not enough defenses up there, and I figured with the heal, the Valkyries would be fine. Ended up being a huge mistake because right here I drop my wait for the Queen, allow the Queen, and we're going to focus in up here a little bit. The dragons are eventually going to come up. But as soon as that goes down, the King goes down when she's outside of the wall. That's all I was waiting on, waiting for them to jump. Get the wall breakers in there, send in the Valkyries. Now, unfortunately, because the Valkyries are out ahead of everything else, the dragon targets them. If I'd had a Golem in there, the dragon could have targeted them. But if you can't really see their health anymore because they're all going down, and the heal isn't going down for them, you can see right now the Valkyrie's health is just so far down. I lost so many of them. I had 12, and I've got, like, it looks like 2, maybe 3 left. Just nothing really in there for them, and now all the Valkyries are gone. When I was doing this one, actually doing the attack, I was shocked that at this point I didn't have any left. When I rewatched the video, I saw the dragon got in there, and that dragon just tore those Valkyries apart. So lesson learned, definitely bring a Golem, even if it's, you know, it's 30 extra spaces, but you know, it really helps the tanking. You know, the Valkyries are going to eventually get out ahead of the Golem anyway, but for that initial engagement with the CC troops, you want that Golem in there to tank for your Valkyries and avoid them getting destroyed. So at this point, it was just panic mode, just trying to overwhelm it and, you know, get the balloons in there to target some defenses and just try to overwhelm everything and hope to get a star. So far behind, though, absolutely no way of getting a star on this one. Thought it would have been such an ezy base. Valkyries, I thought would have got on there, got that core. And then very few defenses on the outside, especially to target balloons. Thought everything would be dead at this point. But just couldn't get in there to that core. Completely screwed that up. Only ended in 44%. And I was lucky to even get the 44%. So lesson learned, definitely bring a Golem. You know, maybe drop it down to 8 Valkyries or maybe to 2 Valkyries and drop a couple Wizards. But free that space up to get the Golem in there. Definitely on a GoVaLo. So still learning the attack. It's very powerful. But still learning it, and hopefully we'll get it mastered pretty soon. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this war. Let's check one more time on the message chat, see what everybody's saying. Just some defense and everything like that, so nothing too much. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this war. The current war is almost over, so hopefully I can get a video in today or tomorrow and get those up online. I'm getting caught up on uploading the videos, so hopefully I can stay more on top of that. All right, so that'll wrap it up for today. And again, this is NVJumper, and just reminding everybody to keep the sand out of your canyon.